Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning, you pour yourself a cup of coffee, you sit down at the kitchen table, and you open that Social Security statement you've been putting off, and then you see the number. Not the number you expected, not the number you planned your retirement around, a number that is hundreds of dollars less every single month for the rest of your life. You call Social Security. You wait on hold for over an hour. And when someone finally picks up, they tell you 5 words that make your stomach drop. I'm sorry, this is permanent. No appeal, no fix, no going back. Right now, as I speak to you today, millions of seniors across America are falling into this exact trap. And the worst part? Most of them don't even realize they've made the mistake until it's too late. My name is Edward. I am a senior policy analyst, and I have spent years studying the exact rules that govern your Social Security benefits, your retirement income, and the protections the law gives you. I made this video specifically for you because this is not something you should have to figure out alone. And the information I'm about to share with you does not come from rumors. It does not come from social media posts. Every single fact in this video comes directly from the Social Security Administration, the IRS, and official government publications. Here's what I need you to do. Stay with me until the very end of this video, because at the end, I am going to walk you through 3 specific steps you can take this week to protect yourself and your family. And there is one hidden mistake that I am going to reveal in this video that almost nobody talks about. It doesn't just affect your benefits, it affects your spouse's benefits long after you're gone. So please do not click away. This could be the most important 12 minutes you spend this year. Let me tell you about Robert. Robert is 67 years old. He worked for 34 years as a warehouse supervisor in Ohio. Good man, hard worker, loved his wife Linda and their 2 grown kids. When Robert turned 62, he started hearing things on the news, scary things. Headlines saying Social Security was going broke, politicians arguing on television about whether the money would even be there. Friends at church told him, "Robert, get your money now before it's gone." So Robert did what felt safe. He filed for Social Security the month he turned 62. He got his first check, $1,400 a month. He thought, "Good, I'm in, I'm protected." But here is what Robert did not know. If he had waited just 5 more years, until his full retirement age of 67, that check would have been $2,000 a month. And if he had waited until 70, $2,480 every single month for the rest of his life. That is a difference of $1,080 each month, gone permanently, because Robert made one decision based on fear. But the story doesn't end there, and this is the part that breaks my heart. 3 years later, Robert passed away unexpectedly. Linda, his wife, went to Social Security to apply for survivor benefits, and she learned something devastating. Because Robert claimed early, Linda's survivor benefit was capped at Robert's reduced amount. She could not receive his full benefit. She could not receive what he would have gotten at 67. The government calls this the widow's limit provision. Linda will now live the rest of her life, possibly 20 or 25 more years, on a smaller check. Not because of anything she did, because of a decision Robert made based on a fear that turned out to be wrong. Robert's story is not unusual. According to AARP, more than 2.3 million Americans filed for Social Security in just the first 7 months of 2025 alone. That is a 16% increase over the same period in 2024. And I don't want this to be your story. All right, now I want to walk you through exactly what the rules say. And I am going to keep this simple. No jargon, no confusing math. Just the truth, straight from the government's own publications. The first thing you need to know is your full retirement age. The Social Security Administration assigns you something called a full retirement age. If you were born between 1943 and 1954, that age is 66. If you were born between 1955 and 1959, it goes up by a couple of months for each year. And if you were born in 1960 or later, your full retirement age is 67. At your full retirement age, you receive 100% of the benefit you earned over your working life. That's your full amount. The second thing you need to know is what happens if you claim early. Now, the government allows you to start collecting as early as age 62. But here is the catch that changes everything. For every month you claim before your full retirement age, your benefit is permanently reduced. Not temporarily, permanently. If your full retirement age is 67 and you claim at 62, your benefit is cut by 30%. Let me say that again. 30% gone forever. If your full benefit would have been $2,000 a month, you will receive only $1,400, and that reduced amount is what every future cost of living adjustment is built on. So the gap between what you receive and what you could have received actually gets wider every single year. The third thing you need to know is what happens if you wait past full retirement age. Now here is the good news that not enough people know about. If you delay your benefits past your full retirement age, your benefit grows by 8% every year. That continues all the way until you turn 70. Using the same example, if your full benefit at 67 is $2,000, by age 70, it becomes $2,480. That is a 77% difference compared to claiming at 62. And that higher amount is locked in for life. The fourth thing you need to understand is why people are rushing to claim early right now. Here is what is really going on. An AARP poll from June of 2025 found that 49% of Americans who claimed early or considered claiming early said they did it because of media reports that Social Security is running out of money. But I need you to hear this very clearly. Social Security cannot run out of money. It is funded by an ongoing stream of payroll taxes. Every paycheck in America contributes to it right now, today. Now, it is true that the program's trust fund surplus is projected to run short by 2034. But even if Congress does absolutely nothing, which is unlikely, benefits would still be paid. They would be reduced to about 81% of the scheduled amount. Not 0, not 50%, 81%. And yet, more than a third of Americans in another AARP survey believed payments would stop entirely. That is simply not true, and that fear is causing people to make permanent decisions based on temporary headlines. The fifth thing is the spouse trap that nobody talks about. This is the one that keeps me up at night. When you claim Social Security early, you are not only reducing your own benefit. If you are the higher earning spouse, you are also reducing the survivor benefit your husband or wife will receive after you pass away. The Social Security Administration has a provision called the widow or widower's limit. It caps survivor benefits based on what the deceased spouse was actually receiving. If you claimed early and were getting a reduced amount, your surviving spouse is generally limited to that same reduced amount. According to SSA's own research, 33% of the 8.1 million widow and widower beneficiaries in this country are receiving lower benefits right now because of this provision. That is nearly 2.8 million people. The SSA's own publication says it plainly. If you are the higher earner and you delay your retirement benefit, it will result in higher survivor protection for your spouse. The sixth thing is the earnings test surprise. There is one more trap I must mention. If you claim Social Security before your full retirement age and you continue working, there is an earnings limit. In 2026, that limit is $24,480. If you earn more than that, the government withholds $1 in benefits for every $2 you earn over that limit. Now, to be fair, those withheld benefits are credited back to you when you reach full retirement age, but the initial early claiming reduction is still permanent, And the surprise of suddenly getting a smaller check than you expected causes real hardship for people who did not know this rule existed. All right, now here is your action plan. I am going to give you 3 specific steps. These are things you can do this week. Write them down if you need to. Step number 1, check your personalized benefit estimate before you file. Go to ssa.gov and create a My Social Security account if you don't already have one. When you log in, you will see a personalized estimate based on your actual earnings history. It will show you exactly how much you would receive at 62, at your full retirement age, and at 70. Also visit the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's free planning tool at consumerfinance.gov. It is specifically designed to help you visualize how your claiming age affects your income for the rest of your life. This is a free government tool. Use it. Do not make a permanent decision based on a guess. Get your real numbers first. Step number 2, know your emergency exits. If you have already claimed and you regret it, you may still have options. The first option is Form SSA 521, the request for withdrawal of application. If fewer than 12 months have passed since your benefit was approved, you can withdraw your claim. You will have to repay everything you received, including amounts withheld for Medicare premiums and taxes. But once you withdraw, it is as if you never filed. You can reapply later at a higher amount. You can only do this once in your lifetime. And that 12-month window is firm. Once it closes, it is gone. The second option is voluntary suspension. If you have already reached your full retirement age, but you are not yet 70, you can call Social Security and ask them to pause your benefits. During the pause, you earn delayed retirement credits of up to 8% per year. No special form is required. You can make the request by phone or in writing. Just be aware that if you suspend your benefits, any family members receiving benefits on your record will also have their benefits paused, except for a divorced spouse. Step number 3. Protect your spouse by understanding the survivor rules. If you are married, sit down with your spouse and talk about this. If you are the higher earner in the household, your claiming decision directly affects how much your spouse will receive if you pass away first. The Social Security Administration is very clear on this. Delaying your benefit results in higher survivor protection for your spouse. 1 out of every 3 65-year-olds today will live to at least 90. For married couples at age 65, there is roughly a 50-50 chance that one of you will live past 90. This is a decades-long decision. Treat it that way. And one more thing. If you plan to delay your Social Security benefits past age 65, do not forget to sign up for Medicare. You must enroll within 3 months of your 65th birthday. If you miss that window, you could face permanent late enrollment penalties on your Part B and Part D premiums. Delaying Social Security is smart. Delaying Medicare enrollment by accident is costly. Before I let you go, I need to share something important with you. The rules that affect your Social Security, your Medicare, your taxes, and your retirement change constantly. New laws are being passed right now. For example, the IRS recently introduced a brand new enhanced tax deduction for seniors age 65 and older, up to $6,000 for individuals, $12,000 for married couples. That is money you could be saving on your taxes this year through 2028, and most people don't even know it exists yet. There is also a bill called the Claiming Age Clarity Act that passed the House in December 2025. If it becomes law, it would change the way Social Security describes your benefit options, making it far easier to understand what you're actually choosing. These are things that directly affect your financial security. But here is the problem. YouTube may not show you my next video. The algorithm decides who sees what. And if you rely only on notifications, you might miss an update that could save you thousands of dollars or protect your benefits. That is exactly why I created something specifically for our senior community. Click the link in the description below to join the Global Senior Alerts official WhatsApp channel. When you join, you will be able to download a free Senior Benefits Protection Guide. It covers Social Security, Medicare, pensions, tax rules, bank regulations, and travel rules that affect seniors. And you will receive real-time alerts whenever there is a rule change or a new deadline you need to know about. This is free. There is no cost. I built this because I believe that every senior in America deserves to have the right information at the right time. Not after the deadline has passed, not after the mistake has been made. You worked your whole life for these benefits. Every paycheck, every year, that money is yours. Do not let fear, confusion, or bad information take it away from you. Share this video with someone you love, a spouse, a parent, a neighbor, a friend from church. You might be the reason they don't fall into this trap. I am Edward. I am always here for you, and I will see you in the next video.